And let's unpack what it all means for the markets. Yardeni Research President Ed Yardeni joins us now. Is that the most bullish scenario, Ed, for stocks, the Republican sweep?
Apparently so. I mean, the market is certainly celebrating and saying basically it's a new day in America. So, look, we've been talking about the roaring 2020 since the beginning of the decade, and the stock market's roaring because it's anticipating that we're going to get more tax cuts, that we're going to get deregulation, and that those will offset the negatives of some tariffs clearly, and maybe more government spending. But on the other hand, there's Elon Musk, who Trump is kind of sicking on the government and asking him to come up with all sorts of spending cuts. So it's a very fluid situation. But at the end of the day, I think the market's saying that the outlook is pretty good. We're not going to have a recession anytime soon, and the economy can live with interest rates at these levels. And the real question will be, what does the Fed do on Thursday? I think they should do nothing. But if they do a quarter, they're going to signal that they're not going to do any more anytime soon.
I mean, the market is almost 100% that they're going to do a quarter. So if they do nothing, that would be a big surprise and uncharacteristic of Powell to not even leak, something different than the market's pricing.
I understand that, but all the they say they're data dependent, and the data has been very
data's been good.
I mean, yeah, the data's been really good. And now they have to consider the possibility that there'll be more fiscal stimulus, more economic growth. And do they really want to lower interest rates and contribute to that kind of stimulus and risk blowing their inflation target?
I think what people might be wondering is, okay, now we have a very different outlook for America, different policy, different leadership.
Correct.
Clearly, the market's reacting today. But should you be making material changes to your portfolio? And if so, what? And is it too late? Because some of these moves are already gigantic.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit late to get in, and I certainly wouldn't be jumping in today. But certainly, we've been bullish since late October of 2022, and anybody who's been in the market should just stick with it. I mean, at some point there could be some profit taking on this kind of move, but the
even beneath the
fundamentals look good.
Ed, I mean, look, healthcare is negative right now on the session. Stocks like Meta, who we've heard Donald Trump trash before, under pressure. Financials are soaring. The changing of exposures and winners and losers, that's really what we're trying to figure out here, more than just a day.
Yeah. Well, I think even that's kind of difficult to do in this kind of rapidly moving market. I think you got to wait until things settle down. We've liked the financials very much. We wouldn't get out of the financials. We haven't been keen on the healthcare, so we wouldn't get in there if RFK is going to suddenly restructure that sector one way or the other. So no, we're feeling pretty comfortable. We've been recommending technology, communication services, industrials, financials. The only clunker has been our recommendation for energy, and maybe it's time to get out because Trump wants to drill baby drills. So, that isn't going to be great for energy.
Get out of the energy stocks on lower oil prices?
Yeah, I mean, I think that Trump wants to produce more oil. China's demand is going to remain weak. Europe's demand remains weak. And the U.S. is going to be producing more. So I don't see a lot of upside for oil prices anytime soon.
Is there a risk that all of this gets hurt if the tariffs do come to fruition and result in what economists have warned of, which is higher inflation, weaker economy, retaliation, that sort of thing?
Yeah.
Or does the deregulation and the tax cuts, does that offset it?
I think it offsets it, and I think also a lot. We basically the deal maker is back. Donald Trump is the art of the deal. And a lot of his blustering about tariffs, maybe attempts to negotiate better deals. He did negotiate a better deal with Mexico and Canada last time, and now I think he feels the need to go back and negotiate with at least Mexico again because so much Chinese production is moving to Mexico.
Right. All right, Ed. Thanks for talking us through it. A nice rally, 1.8% right now in the S&P. Ed Yardeni.